I'm Daniele Fontani. Uh, I usually play the CTO in Sintra Consulting. That's one of the bigger companies in Tuscany, the best place to live, except when there is coronavirus. That's very bad moment nowadays. Okay, let's carry on. Today I'm not here uh, for my business role. I'm here for my passion, the open source passion. This brings me to my younghood, and it brings me to long times ago. And the speech is about the change in the mindset that we had and we must have for going on in digital transformation. And the topic is from open source to open mind. I say this comes from my younghood, so 15 years ago. The question that I made myself at that time was, is open source for loser? Bad question, bad question. In the Stone Age, 15 years old, I'm old. Open source was not well known by developer and generally by people. But what they know about open source was that it was an unsuccessful business model. And some guys link the meaning of open source to the Linux platform. Just this, just this. And at that time, I had an epiphany. And my epiphany was to read the GPL license, where I discovered that open source wasn't equal to Linux. It was something more, something more. And some day after that, I started a new project. It was called Arduino CSS because I thought that making software open source was arduous. Then I created an IDE for CSS. It sound so stupid nowadays, but at that time CSS was a extraordinary revolution, and nobody mastered it. So people needed a tool. I've done for them, and I discovered that open source wasn't a tool or a methodology. It was just a philosophy. It's a philosophy. It is a culture, and in this case, I got a big success for me because in the era of in the Stone Age era, in 2005, where here in Italy not all person have had an internet connection. That was the matter. Not all person had an internet connection. At that time I got 100,000 download. Uh, it was a great reason. But this didn't make me rich. I didn't earn a single money in 15 years doing open source code. Why I still doing it? Why? I still doing it because it is my boost for learning. I got a lot of experience from that project too. I learned how to manage automatic updates, error reporting, reusable UI components. I got feedback for university. I learned how to develop a community and meet a lot of people that nowadays are friends. So, what I why what I mean about money when I can get all such stuff. So, I was very excited about that. And in this phase, I go through And my competences in 2005 was that one, just Delphi 5 and .NET. And .NET it was at the first stage. I was a junior developer, 19 years old, starting university. And after 15 years, thanks to the possibility of test and experiment and learn anything in the open source world, I learned all of that technology. Each of these technologies was learned during open source project on overnight. And this allowed me to bring all this information on my work and make me a boost on career. So there is something more important than technical specialties. There are soft skills that I got from open source, like managing a remote team. And when my company opened offices in Poland, I already know how to manage people remotely. I learned English. Of course, I can improve it, but it was a good point to start. And it forced me to show my face. Any single line of code I wrote in this year is public. You can see it. You can see what are my mistakes. So this forced me to make shine every single line of code. It was very challenging, but why I could simply start training why a company should invest in open source nowadays, because there is a big issue with open source, and this is the open source limit. So you have central cost because you have to spend money and time to produce a product. Then this product is spread over the world and you get no €1 back. So this model can't stand alone. Well, because costs are central and benefit are shared for free. This makes no sense in the profit age. Well, open source is for losers. They was right. Open source is for losers. There is no other possible meaning. So them also are losers. Facebook, Netflix, Microsoft, Google, they invested 8 billion just in 1 year in the 2015, and their investment in open source are growing, and more companies are following their example. So definitely no, they are not losers, and they are not foundation too. They need to make profit to stand alone. It is their business, make money. So how can I earn money from open source? It seems not possible for what we told until now, but I'm here to tell you that it's possible. You can have training and money from open source. How it is possible? We have three ways. One is the dual licensing. So you can release software open source and in the meanwhile having a enterprise version of the product and ask money for that. Or you can sell some part or the product itself as a service on the cloud and just release for free and open source the on-premise, so that the people that cannot expand just use their on-premise system, and when they reach the critical point where it is not so convenient to host it by themselves, you can help them. So there is the final way that is founding This is funding. You can raise fund and put effort on the project. So what we discover is the model, the model of nowadays, 2020, where we can boost the marketing of a product with open source, and we can create community and evangelist. Here in this model, we see in the middle the product. You put effort and spend money to create the product, and you have contributors that get the product for free and contribute to the project. So it is a big help for you. They debug you, they suggest feature, they support the product, but they also make evangelism. They teach to others how to use the product, and this brings benefit to the community itself and brings benefit to you, and this help making marketing and having paying user. All of that boosted by the cloud, where you can make money for giving out the service. So nowadays, open source is a boost for business. And what about developer? What about developers? How they can gain from the open source? Well, you can experiment without make damages to your company. That's good. That's good. All you learn during your open source training can impress your boss, and you can learn what you want. No much issues to learn things that want the company but not you. What you learn remains to you. So this is also personal branding. When you release a product on GitHub and you have 1,000 followers. So open source nowadays no more for loser. Open source nowadays a win-win approach that make company and developer and the community grow together. This is the main driver of open source, and what I told so far is a change of mind from open source to open mind. Thank you.